Our next inductee is Cleo Moore. Cleo? Moore started his wrestling career at the University of Indianapolis in 1960 and graduated in 1964. He fluctuated between the 130 and 137 weight pound class, but his level of achievement did not fluctuate at all. Cleo's dual meet record was a combined 12-2 in his first 2 seasons. He would lead his team to 2 fourth place and 1 second place and 1 first place finish at Little State, with the top finish coming in his senior season. Moore would also leave his individual mark at Little State, claiming 2 first place individual finishes as well as 2 second place finishes. During Cleo's career on the mat, he amassed a 49-12-2 record. He was voted most valuable wrestler his sophomore year and was captain for the team all 3 years. After Cleo's graduation, he dedicated nearly 2 decades of his career to the human resources field with both United Way of Central Indiana and RCA. During that time, he was also the head varsity coach for wrestling and assistant varsity coach for football at Harry E. Wood High School. His coaching skills helped produce state wrestling champion Leslie Jackson as well. Congratulations to Cleo Moore, a 2015 University of Indianapolis Hall of Fame inductee.
I'm indeed honored to be standing before you today, and I'm thankful for all of you who've been supportive of me. I appreciate that. You know, when I was going to school, and I went to high school, and people asked me, well, what do you want to do now? I didn't know what else to tell them. I said, well, you going to school? I said, yeah. I had no idea what school was all about. In any event, I ended up here at Indiana Central College at the time, and I really didn't know what was going on, but I was really amazed when I was welcomed by such warm welcoming from the staff of Indiana Central and all the students who were going here. So I really do appreciate that. And I look back upon it and I said, well, how did I get here? I think about that a lot. But really how I got here was because I had a wife, Norma Jo, who was always at my wrestling when we were practicing. And I was doing nothing but following my brother. I've got a brother right here who was a wrestler at the time. And I was just following them. I just happened to be there. But when I started wrestling, my wife was the only one, along with her best friend, Sandy Cosby, at the time, who was always at those meets. And I didn't think a whole lot of it because I was having a lot of fun just, you know, flopping around on the mat. Ultimately, I ended up winning the state championship. And I take that, I look back upon it, I said, well, how did that happen? Well, I was happy it happened because I did have a very loyal wife who was always there. Nobody else was at the meets, but she was, along with her best friend. And as it turned out, this is what has happened. I also want to thank another friend, Larry McLeod. He's out there in the audience now. He was one of my teammates then, and he was a weight beyond me, but he was one of the toughest wrestler on the mat, and it was because of all of these things that I ended up here. When I came to Indiana Central, I was welcomed with good hospitality, and I still respect that and appreciate that because I came from a family of 1 of 12 children, so you can imagine what that meant to my parents. But I was 1 of 12, and through it all, we were able to get through here. And since that time, there's been a number of our family who has gone on to school. So I appreciate my wife, number 1, for being there, my friend, and my Larry, and everyone who's been very supportive to me. So I'm very thankful for being here, and thank you all.